Hey, what is going on, you guys? Welcome to another Talk Your Face Off. I'm solo for the beginning of this. Pablo will be joining me a little bit later, but we decided I'd just go ahead and get started. He's got some things that he's doing, and yeah, we're going to do some working. I've got a vehicle here I'm going to wrench on, so I'm in a different spot than normal. So hopefully, audio is working through my headphones. I don't know because I can't hear myself like I normally do. So hopefully we're going through. JMRC's is in there. Trent, welcome. Matthew Copeland, who thinks it's actually on time tonight. A couple minutes off. Can't win. Cannot win. I got some new goodies though. Rock Pirates. I ordered up some stuff from them. I'll be working on my Ecto. These are their rear shock mounts and their cool bed. And got some trusses, axle trusses from Scale Metal Supplies. These wicked spec RC wheels with the Boom Racing tires on them. And one of the things that we learned was I'd mentioned how much smaller the new motor was that I'd gotten from Duratec when I installed their new setup. Well, apparently the motor is too small and it doesn't apply enough uh, resistance for a heavy truck like this to have drag brake. So um, they said to put the bigger one back in and it will have the drag brake. And they aren't actually going to be selling the one that I got and only the bigger one. So yeah, so be doing some wrenching. Pablo will be joining us. Hopefully I'll see when he jumps in, trying to manage the chat and everything going on. But we can actually just tilt down here and work a little bit. You can see my truck. And I'll be answering questions tonight. I was going to do and I still might do it, an RC Conspiracies on uh, the two new crawler releases, the one from Traxxas, which is like a something totally different, and then the one from Axial, which is just kind of a rehash of something that they've already had. So I think I'm still going to do it. Two different products from two different companies, and kind of both of them interesting. And that it's not like earth shattering for either of them, but their perception being very different by people. All right, so cool. I did bring this. Is the audio okay? Got to figure out a few of these things as we go because I don't know. I wish I'd have brought the radio up for this, and I did not. I'm going to go ahead and start by taking the wheels and tires off because they're going to get replaced anyway. Dory bogs. When it's the backyard track open. Everything is flooded back there right now after the rains we just had. Everything is flooded. Turn the volume up on your mic. That is not an option. It's just what it is. That's all I get. There's no up or down choices for it. Sorry about that. I'm talking quite loud too, so it's built right into these headphones if it's picking up as it should be. But that's all I got. So you don't get a choice for that with the Apple iPad when you have external mics. You can see that I have added the brass knuckles here. They're showing brass, actually, even where it's kind of wearing. I did actually, and I should go get them when I'm doing this. I got brass for the front here, and I probably should put it on when I do this. I'm gonna do, I think, the harder one first. I think the front one's harder because apparently you've got to screw. when I do this truss, it's going to screw into the top here, here, and then we're actually going to go through, and I have to put a nut on the back here that I have to be able to hold on to. So I need to somehow get this to rotate. And I've heard from some people it's just best to take the whole axle out. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I have to remove a whole bunch of this stuff anyway because we're not going to be using it. That's really loose. Holy cow. So I'm shocked that didn't come out. So we're not going to be using this up around here. Some of the stuff just gets in the way. So we're just going to remove it. Gory Bogs, you sound great. Chainsaw, welcome. You're deep. CK Hobby Shop. We're doing a couple of cool, like smaller company add-ons, which I like doing. So I'm excited about that. Excited. We just don't need all this stuff. So maybe I'll be able to reuse some of these screws later. Still going to need this. We just have to shorten the length because it's a longer run. And so that's where we got those other what are they called? Rod ends. Have the other rod ends so that we can make this right. So I'll have to take this off eventually. Not yet, but I do need to remove the shocks. Oh, I probably should add another 4-link, huh? Not quite long enough. I wonder if I could just cheat it though. We just loosen it. That's a good question. Could I just stretch this? That's quite a stretch. Quite a stretch indeed. To try and match the length of the other one. I don't know that I could. So, but that's what it's going to need with this new setup because the second we do this is going to change things. All right, well, we're going to keep going. I'll have to order another link. Not the end of the world. I just need my shock tool. I'm trying to think of where I put that. Jeff Walter, Bulgaria, what's going on? I got the start and finish gates. They look amazing, by the way. These are gonna get scratched anyway, so we're just gonna hold it with a needle nose. Not ideal, but for a link, I'm not gonna sweat it too much. I'm gonna see if I can't, for now, cheat my way to the length I need. I think I can. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. And I could probably use a different screw hole there if I had to. But for an upper link, I gotta sweat it. Oh man, we got it. We got it. Bingo. That is not how you want to do this. But who else would do this? It's just an upper link. We're just gonna jam it all up in here, mount it in like that. Call it good. Good enough. It'll work for now, right? That's even the way I need it to be. All right. So I just need a longer bolt. Hey, how's it going, Harley's RC Adventures? That's gonna work for now, guys. Wicked. Trail fix on the bench. That's exactly what that is. It's a trail fix. I'll try to remember to go ahead and order the other part. No guarantees. No guarantees. That took me long enough. This guy is, though, that we stole from earlier. Maybe this one, too. Guessing. Too long. Not long enough. We'll go with too long. All right, yeah, trail repair on the bench. All right. Any questions? What's on the bench? Outlaws of Motorsports. This is Element Ecto getting some upgrades. Matthew Copeland has some 24 scale monster trucks on his work mat. Very cool. I know they're discontinued, but why is it so hard to find an actual Yeti Jr. 1/18th Rock Racer? I'm pretty sure you can just get them from horizonhobby.com. Let me do a little research in here for you. I know our local hobby shop had one in, but I looked at them recently. The 1/18th Maverick is in stock for 175 bucks on horizonhobby.com. 174.99. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. Mr. 1998 Jeep Cherokee says I thought about going for Lincoln Servo on axle in the front of my Ecto. That's what we're going for. Cardboard Crawlers RC. I don't know if the guys at Pirate RC have anything to do with the Pirates of the Rubicon. I would think maybe yes. Jeff, I will be at Reaction RC Thursday for the mini comp. So yeah, bring up that charger. I'll swap you out. Got a broken Spectrum charger, the dual charger, and oh, the earlier one? Yeah, you're not going to find that. If you're looking for the score one, yeah, discontinued. Alex is in the house. Kurt RC says he went for Link. I'm wondering if I really have to take this all apart. I know that that's what I saw somebody do. I'm wondering if I could just get in here with needle nose and hold the pretty sure I can. I'm not going to take it apart. We're gonna go a different route here, and we're gonna finish building the mount, and we're gonna install it because I don't think I need to take off the whole front. So I'm just using the STRC machined aluminum servo mounts here. So sounds good, Jeff. It's a bummer when things don't work right like they should. I happen to have extra, so they were my main one, but I've been using a lot of the G2 ones recently. I have two G2 ones, so I can let one of them go, help somebody out who's doing so much to help the hobby here in Michigan. So cool. We're just gonna mount these like this. Put a little thread lock on. This is the best stuff in the world. If you don't have it, don't know about it, you should. Vibratite. It's just super thick, so it's very easy to apply it. You can just bring a little bit out just like that. So wicked. And I'm even going to share that little bit between the two. Call it good. Vibratite. Huh. So this is the hardware they sent. It doesn't fit through. Oh, this is not the hardware they sent. Dang it. I'm going to have to drill this out. How are we going to do this? I need to go get a drill. So I'm going to have to pause this part of it. Till Pablo comes in, and then I will begin working on that part. And I can go downstairs and get a drill in a bit. Tap that out for a 3mm. Put the steering link in the front so you get full droop. All right. Also see, while I'm in here, I need to take these wheels off and get different foams for them because they slide back and forth, the whole wheel inside on these foams. And it's really obnoxious how much when you're on a side hill it rolls out. So those were gonna have to reuse that Vibratite later. Vibratite. All right, so I have to drill that out a little bit more. Won't be a big deal. I just don't have anything up here to do it. That's the one thing I don't love this setup that I have right now. It's really been frustrating me how all of my equipment is in 3 different places. It's very frustrating when you're trying to work on stuff. All right, so the rear one should be a little bit more straightforward. Right now they just got a long nut going through. We'll detach our 4-link. Get this out of our way. I missed my moment. I'm seeing the comments. I don't know where the Rock Pirates are out of. I think they're out of California. The logo's pretty cool. All right. So those are out. That makes this flop around, which is easy and nice. So we'll take the other piece we were working with. Here. Remove the screw from each of these. Do you guys use power tools mainly when you work on your RCs now? I've been finding myself using just really quality hand tools. Do you find any screws on the trailing arm? I have not had any of these, but there's a bolt or there's a nut on the backside of all of mine. So haven't noticed it. And any of the screws coming loose. Or do you mean up here? These ones aren't coming loose either. Everything seems pretty tight on mine. I don't necessarily run it as hard as you do, Alex. I don't know if these screws are going to be long enough still. I don't think so. That's why these bonus ones come with it. Gaining screws is a good thing. I have my power tools over there if I want to get after it, but I usually only do it like when I'm holding a like a wheel nut, or not a wheel nut, but just a lock nut or something that I got to try and quickly get some bite. That's when I'll do it. All right, so that. Now we've got these. Little spacer here to go between the truss and the axle. This is where we had to mount everything. This will be interesting. I use electric screwdriver with speed bits, much faster. Yep. I used to do it for everything. Just don't find myself doing it now. Like I said, I've got it just off to the side in case I feel like I want it. I'm going to loosen these for this part. Just till it finds its way. This is actually where I would use my speed bits. Right here. I'm holding that nut needle nose just to get it started. Because it can be frustrating sometimes. There it went. Not too bad. I'm not going to tighten it too much because I got to do the other side. Make sure it's not so tight I can't fit it through. Ed, I see you, Ed. I have varying speeds of power tools as well. I've got that really cool one that I use for my minis right here. And it's not as powerful. So it won't strip things out. So that's what's nice about it. That went in better. All right. I'll pull this up through here. Keep my eye out for Pablo. See if he's jumping in yet. Said somewhere between 8:30 and 9. It's one of his family's obligation that he had today, or work something, is going to be done. We try to be flexible. Both of us have families, and this is not our job. It's just something we like to do. I was getting overwhelmed by some of it all today. Deadlines and a whole bunch of crap. And I just dropped all of it. I went to a comp tonight. When it's more about having fun with the RCs, I like it. The more it becomes work, the less I like it. So there's something to be said for that. Some people can manage it and keep it fun, but when it becomes kind of a burden, it's a little. See, it's actually stopping there. Did not have enough power to get past that lock. No, that's why I like it for going into plastic and stuff. That small hand driver, not likely to overdo it when you're going into plastic, which is why it's perfect for these other screws right here that go into plastic. You hear it stop. It does not have the power, and you can use it like a regular driver too, which is awesome. Once it hits that point, you just twist, finish it off. All right. So now we're going to put our uppers back in. Look like there's two ways we could do this. We could put a screw through here with a nut on the back, or they gave us this really long screw with a spacer between it. So that's what I'm going to do. One that I have to worry about tightening up. I've got some good tweezers. I've got them for my SCX24s, and it's amazing having good tweezers. All right, so we're going to put our spacer here. See how that's working. That spacer going in. I'm going to drop this in. All right, back to the comments. It says that's what I use. Don't need much. Yeah. This is going to be a nice tight fit here. That's good. Ooh, it's a really tight fit. That spacer is. This is another time when you can work something like this with the larger size though. 2.5. The Mighty Handy Tool is pretty great. I agree. I used it all the time. In fact, it's in my pocket right now. But for this, I don't really need it because I'm at my bench and I've got this great toolkit, and these Vanquish tools are really hard to beat. You know, when you're switching as much as I am between the two different sizes, instead of having to change bit sizes, it's nice to just pick up the other tool quickly for a job like this. But when I'm out in the field or out and about, or I'm just working at my desk, the mighty handy tool all the way. Okay, so it might actually be too tight. So maybe I will get this screw threaded and then try to work it down in. It's probably a better idea. May just have to try and bend these posts a little. Just a little bit. That should do it. Don't tell him I bent his piece. Don't go saying Tony's bending your products. It's just made out of. There it went. Bazinga. Pow! We've been watching a lot of Wicked Tuna Outer Banks. Pow! There, tighten that back up. I'd over tightened it. Loosen that up a little bit. Don't want it to be too stiff. All right. Let's see what people are saying. Cardboard crawlers building up a fleet right now. Cardboard crawlers. How's the course coming around? Course is pretty good. It got stormed on big time. We had some crazy storms coming through. So that really flattened out a lot because of it being clay. It it helped us, I think, in some ways. We'll see long term if there's any negative effects to how much it washed out, but I'm hoping not. All right, that was easy, guys. That was the first thing we had to do. While we're here working in the back, we got to take off the shocks. We're going to figure out how we're going to do this, because these are going to need nuts on them. The mighty handy tool. Spent 20 bucks on some tweezers. The only thing I use them on peel masking on a body. Well, if you do a lot of painting, that's good to have. My handy tool came through to pinch this last weekend at a race when I forgot my tool set, and it was the only thing in my toolbox. Boom, pow. That's crazy. I worked with Jordy from Wicked Tuna. Very cool, man. Yeah, cardboard. It does settle. It definitely settled all that clay. It was good. Um, definitely good. All right, so all this stuff, guys, is coming off. Now we're too big. I just said how I don't use electric tools much, and now I'm going crazy with the electric tools. So I think that I'm going to need that stripping. Oh, this is playing double duty. That's what's happening. It's not stripping. Oof, yeah, working in the trails when the storm came through. It was a doozy. Not gonna lie. It was a doozy of a storm. So we're gonna take out this whole bracing here and see where it leaves us. And then hopefully I don't lose some of these parts, like these. That seems like an important one. For the shocks, Kind of an interesting way to do it. That's for sure. Leave that screwed onto the shocks for now. But yeah, we got weird honeycomb mounts that are interesting. Boom. So I need to make sure I don't lose them because they will be important. See them on the inside there if you haven't seen an element before. And then there's matching ones on here that stayed with the shock. That go this side. And then you have to line up. That's going to be hard not to lose. All right. What's up, RC for all? Train him how to run snowcats out west. Super good guy. Shout out to Jordy Sousa. Nice. What do we got? Now we've got this thing to figure in. Still gotta, I think, remove this brace here. Yeah, that brace does not allow me to install this. Get rid of a lot of bracing back there. Anybody else installed this Rock Pirates thing? It just looked too cool to not give it a try, I'll be honest. That's why I'm installing it. I might have to remove, oh, there it goes. Go like this in here. It's kind of a cool little shorty bed. And then it's really light. So we'll have to put a nut behind that. And then we also are going to have these. No directions, just going for it. No interceptor chassis, large amp. No, just after we were finished talking or doing the live stream last week, I started talking with Pablo, and I wound up on, ooh, it's gonna be interesting. Is this gonna hit? It's gonna be in the way. That doesn't bode well. I probably want to be there with the shocks. Hmm. Interesting. Well, we are going to go for it. So, it's crazy that these don't come with any mounting screws or nuts. See if I got anything I can use. They're longer than I need. And I don't know where my, yeah, these will work. Don't know where my kits are for my SMT10. We're just going to go for it. See what happens here. So, why not, right? What's the worst thing that could happen? I don't win comps with it anyway. So, that ain't going to change. All right, let's see. I've got these little bendy guys here. Just hold that like so. Get it started. We can tighten it down in a minute. About just getting it started. Good. Enduro with SR10s. What's the SR10? Not my brain's kind of farting. I'm not sure what the SR10 is offhand. I probably should. You may go, oh yeah, of course. Thanks, Nabbit. Definitely not easy to get in here and work on when you got a part that basically covers your whole access to everything that you're installing. All right, that one. I'll do another one. See, let's take everything we learned from that first one and apply it to the second one. And it doesn't even look like these holes line. There it goes. Oh, the associated drift. Yeah, those things are awesome. The dirt oval car, not drift. The dirt oval cars. Those would be fun to marathon race. All right. That looks pretty cool. We're hanging up on something here. Now I got to do the same thing for the shock towers. Donner Ski Ranch, not a question. Oh, hey, I know that guy.
What's going down?
Not much. I'm building stuff.
Nice. I see you've got an Element platform up there.
Yes.
What's going on, fellas? Sorry I'm late. First practice of the season. Where am I? Am I this way? I guess I'm this way. Yeah, man,
How'd it go?
it was good. It was different. I know nothing about soccer. So
Football.
or yeah, I was gonna say, or what people in my language call football. I know nothing about that. So it was weird. I had one of those weird moments that I was like, do I actually look up on YouTube how the appropriate way to wear a shin guard?
No, you just have to watch Ted Lasso and call it good.
I know, right? I know. No, it was bizarre, but it was cool, man. I had a lot of fun. It's interesting not coaching. So, what's up, Jeff? Yeah, sorry I'm late. Let me move my camera a little bit. I'm not even on the new.
Installing the goodies that we talked about after last week.
I saw that. I'm not even on my new computer right now.
I'm not sure how to hold the back of this down. There's not like screws, so it like pivots. There's only one screw mount on the sides.
Is it the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I haven't done one of those yet.
Looking pretty good. I'm not sure what the shocks are going to do, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Oh, that's right, because you're running running trailing arms.
I am running trailing arms.
I don't know if those shock keys are appropriate.
They look like they're going to be spot on beautiful. So you can just hold your appropriateness.
You clearly didn't see. You didn't see the picture I sent to you right before I came downstairs of my.
No, apparently I didn't.
Of my beverage. I was like, "Up, getting ready. Let's go." We've got a 30 ouncer today with a mixing straw. So
it's all ice.
Yeah, man. Huh?
It's all ice. It's all ice. Okay, yeah, I think that's gonna. Oh, trailing arms locking or something's blocking. What? Oh no, there. Oh.
I would look up pictures for you, but I don't have my iPad down here. I just ran straight down. But I do have.
It's gonna work beautifully, people.
I do have.
And it's gonna look baller. That's the main thing. I could care less about performance at this point. Give me beauty.
Did you already cut your body?
Hey, no. I'm not into that kind of stuff.
Come on, Tony. You got to do it to feel. So I got some new tires.
Oh yes.
I got some new tires. You should be getting.
Else have these tires?
I don't know.
Special.
I think they might be special because they don't have any.
Special.
A little bit. They don't have any packaging on them yet, and they're pretty. I'm pretty excited about them. I haven't had a chance to open them yet. Yours will be there to you tomorrow. I was late getting stuff shipped out to you. Sorry.
That's all right.
You know how it goes.
Getting stuff shipped out to Bulgaria, but it's on the way, Bulgaria. If you're still watching.
There you go. Black Market saying September 18th is the ASD crawl at Bear River Lake Resort.
Man, I wish I'd go to that.
That'd be a lot of fun. Dude, I've been kind of busy lately in doing RC stuff. we hit a comp. We hit 2 comps, actually. I think I told you of the last one that I went to and over the other side of the mountains before the memorial. That one was pretty cool. And then we had the comp that was like a pink hat trail run. That was fun. And then I went to Die Hard and did a bunch of shredding up at Die Hard, which is a lot of fun. So let me see if I can put these on the screen. I don't know if that'll focus or not. These are the new Aggressor tires. Let's see if that'll help focus. From Boom Racing for the 1.9 or for the 1.0 tires. Tony has the Hustlers coming out to him tomorrow, which should be
big Hustler sitting right here.
Yeah, you do. So
I've been hustling on my bench all day.
I only got you in one ear.
I couldn't get to him because of other things that made my day special.
Yeah. You're just as special.
Pablo got my text messages earlier when I was like, I hate today.
Rage monster. Rage monster. It's like, take it easy, Tony.
I was raging.
I know.
My kids know. They were like, can we help you with anything, Dad? Like they went into that like can we help mode?
Can we get you some nitroglycerin?
Yeah.
Matthew Copeland.
Through a wall.
Yeah. Matthew Copeland says they look legit. They feel legit. Paul, he's working on a Element Ecto base, it looks like.
Yeah, I'll be able to show it here in just a second.
Bad Billy says Die Hard for the win. Yeah, that place is awesome, man. We went out on like a Wednesday afternoon. No, it must have been a Tuesday or a Thursday afternoon. But we went out and had the place to ourselves. We were shredding on the dirt course. It was fun. I was surprised there wasn't more carnage. I really was, because there were some major sends that we were doing. Major sends. I chickened out. I ended up not sending the King Sling. Yeah, I was like, I don't think it's a good idea. No, it's not a good idea. So I was like, nope, I'll wait and find some mud for it later.
Did I show you the picture that my bog hog did arrive?
Yes. Remember I sent you the jelly?
Oh, that's right.
The little schoolgirl.
I was like, oh.
I know. You're like old. I'm like, come on, old man.
I don't get the college kid memes and stuff.
I know. Yep. So what's been going on, Tony?
Well, I got my Vanquish back together. That was something.
Yeah.
And
then you're like,
for it.
Then you're like, Vanquish. Psh, let's get back in this Element game.
I actually comped the Vanquish tonight.
Did you? How'd you deal with it?
Yeah, I did dead last.
Ah.
Not their fault. I haven't been 1/10 comping in forever. But I haven't driven it, so I don't. You know, the longer you drive something, the more you kind of understand how it's going to react and what kind of predictability radius you have, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
All those things that I did not know for how to plan my way around the course. Oh, this one already has a nut on it. I wonder. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. The other side.
You're like, wait a minute.
Supposed to be doing this one. Yeah.
Nick Baker's agreeing that Die Hard is amazing. So, okay, do you guys do any of the turf racing out there? Or do you guys just go to the crawling and maybe dirt stuff? Or what do you guys do out there? We are probably, after soccer's over, thinking about getting into the turf game. And that'll be indoor here in Monroe still, but I kind of feel like it's time. And I think my kid's going to do the 2-wheel drive buggy. And I'm hoping to build
You're gonna be the
a.
dad on the side that is on the radio, and you're like, "Come in for a pit stop," and you do the quick fuel.
I'm
You
going to be
spill it all
yelling
over
at him.
everything.
I'm going to be yelling at him. What are you doing? Tires win the race. Tires win the race. Come on. I'll tell him to be. I'll tell him like Cole Trickle. I'll be like, I want you to go out there and hit the pace car. I'll be like, why, Dad? Hit everything else out there on the track. So, speaking of Tom Cruise, we went out and saw. It was so good the first time we went out and saw Top Gun in D-Box again. And it was rad.
Yeah.
My son didn't see it in D-Box. Or he didn't see it at all yet. But Tuesday nights here, if you're a club member at the movie theater, Tuesdays period, it's like $6 for a movie, any movie. And so we got our $6 tickets plus the D-Box. So it was only like a $12 ticket. And we got to go and see it's like 4D action. It's super rad.
Like
Nick
blowing
Baker.
your face and stuff.
No, it's not like that, but the chair moves. And so you're banking with the plane, all that kind of stuff. And I couldn't imagine.
Sit there and code it for each movie.
Yeah. And I couldn't imagine being, a 50-pound 8-year-old in that seat because he was bouncing all over the place. It looked rad. So Nick Baker says he does off-road, but he wants his kid to do 2-wheel drive turf. Yep. That's what I'm thinking we're going to get into. I'm thinking I'm going to get in a stadium truck. I probably shouldn't, but I want to.
Here comes the moment.
Cut it off, Tony. Cut it off. Just do it. Don't even measure it.
I'm going to take this off so it'll be easier. I think I'm going to leave a little flare off the side too, just in case it needs to meet up. And then I'll just adjust accordingly. With my cut.
Little Ric Flair. Little woo.
Yeah, a little flare.
So you're talking about doing a lot of prepping. What are you prepping for?
No. I'm going to do this truck. We're going to go.
Are you doing that one? Oh, man. You're committed now.
Well, I can't. Otherwise, I don't get to run it. Right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that'll be good, too, because then it'll follow the fall theme of Halloween because it's the what's that movie called? Purge? The Purge face on it? Yeah.
So.
Or is that Suicide Squad? I don't remember who that is. Get the buggy, techno, or AE. Yes. Is that Nick Baker? Is that a question? The buggy, techno, or AE, or are you saying one of those two?
I need to go get scissors, but I also need to get my drill in a bit because I have to screw out. I have to I have to drill out for a 3mm screw for that on-axle servo mount from Scale Metal Supplies.
So you're doing servo on axle?
Yeah, I already did his truss.
Uh-huh.
And the link.
Nice.
Mount.
Link riser, yeah.
Link riser.
That'll help with anti-squat going up hills and stuff. It's gonna be nice. You seem loose in there.
Still don't have the links mounted.
Oh, okay.
Because I have to get some nuts.
I see.
And spacers.
Seem a little sloppy.
Because they used to mount to this truss here.
I gotcha.
They were mounted through that to something. So yeah, I have to get a couple of nuts, but mainly I need to go get a screwdriver or a drill and some drill bits and some scissors to cut this guy.
That's gonna look so sick with those tires on it. Mwah.
I think so.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be
And it's gonna go to
vicious.
this pirate bed
Yeah, I like it.
with the, it's pretty rad.
You have weights on the back?
Yep.
Interesting choice, Tony.
And on the front.
I understand
brass.
the front, but the back, interesting choice.
Yeah. Weight everywhere.
Why not?
Just low weight is all I wanted.
Yep. So Nick Baker saying suggestion. Yeah, so for the stadium class, I would do AE for sure. The RC10 GT, whatever it is. I don't know the numbers anymore.
I'll be back
Yeah, you will.
in a few.
You're like, I don't know when.
I gotta go find the drill and stuff. It's downstairs. I think I have scissors down there too. So if I can get everything downstairs, it'll only be 5 minutes.
Okay, give me 1 second so I can grab something to take apart while you're gone. So
All right, where you at? See flat stick pub shirt. Good cause. Definitely good cause. Black market. Call for Hope is cancer rally. So, for anybody who hasn't seen yet, here's kind of where I'm at. We did get this rear bed installed, which means that when we cut this one, we're going to chop it here, and hopefully it'll meet up pretty well. There's some adjustment on this, a little bit of adjustment, but I think I'm already kind of at the max of pulling it toward the truck. It is weird that the only point where they attach is right here. There's not like a back attachment, and so it does just kind of pivot. I guess I can just really crank on it to tighten those down so it won't want to, but interesting that they wouldn't have flared something to go in one of these back holes to hold it down. Maybe it's with these screw mounts here for to attach it to the body, but then how do I get the body off to get the battery? But there's a bunch of holes on the bed, like you'd use it to attach to the body. Maybe you could put a magnet through attached to the back of the body. But this body doesn't have a back, so we're in trouble that way as far as that goes. So that's we'll see what happens. We're just gonna go for it. Look really good with the Power Wagon, but I also need to find out how to make the rest of this body stay if I only have these front two body posts now. The holes in the bed. Oh, I have to add you. You can't add yourself.
Well,
You
you
be able to add
can.
yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. If you cut me out of the picture, Tony, and it said your audio has been canceled or whatever. And I was like, well,
Oh, well, you can't just add yourself to the stream.
I didn't want to be rude, Tony.
Well, you should.
I didn't want to be like,
Just jump in and be like, hey, he's back.
Hey.
The holes in the bed will line up with the extra element servo mount. Oh. Hey.
So I'm going to take off. I have a, what's it called? What's this? Why can't I remember? IERC. I have an IERC belly dragger chassis. That's a steel chassis. I'm going to take all the running gear off of that and swap it over to a carbon fiber chassis. Hopefully that's a good idea. Because I want to make a lightweight crawler for my hikes. Hopefully it'll turn out. Kind of torn. So, have you ever run any short wheelbase stuff? 1/10?
No.
Anyone in the chat run short wheelbase 1/10? I am contemplating running a 11.5, 12-inch wheelbase on this light, low CG rig.
So this is what people are saying these are for, these holes in the bed. So you can put a servo mount in to run another winch off the back.
Clever.
To do a rear winch.
That'd be cool.
We could tuck it further back here if you wanted, which I'd be more likely to do. But I was talking about these holes right here in the back. There's a bunch here that'd be like the mount to a body. But if you mount to the body, then how do you get it open to get to the batteries?
Oh, you know what you could do? You could put, I don't know what size that hole is, but if you put a screw with a nut on it, it could just be a guide hole to hold the back of the body. Oh, but your body's going to be open because you're cutting it, though.
That's a good idea. Yeah, this one doesn't have it, but you could just have a long screw through that you'd slide the body onto, and then so you have screws and slide that onto the mount, and then put it down here to.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
You're probably going to have to just cut the body and figure it out. Glue a piece of.
I could put maybe a piece of the Velcro or something on the back here.
Yeah,
or stick to.
Or styrene across the back of the cab because it's going to be all cut out. You know what I mean? So like if you made the back of the cab go straight across, and then you could put your Velcro on that. No, the holes on the floor are the bed of the bolts.
To bolt it down to a servo mount. Oh, so if you run the servo mount between, that's what I need. Is one of these servo mounts like they have here. These flat plates. And so you spread that in the back here, and then these screw down into it.
Well, I got news for you anyway. You're going to have to remove that if you're going servo and axle.
What? Only in the front. Oh, yeah, this? Oh, yeah, so if I take this out for clearance. Oh, that's going to suck, though, because... You know what? I already lost so much movement with this servo winch. Look at how quickly it hits.
Oh, dude, did you just put that in?
On that. No.
Oh. You need to get that.
I mean, typically, you're spinning like this anyway.
You need to get the internal servo winch. The IS300 or the IS800.
Yeah.
That's what I have in mind.
Where am I going to mount it, though, if I have to get rid of this?
You can make a plate.
So, yeah, I have this brace. So if I literally just take all this out now, and then I could put that back here, and then I could screw it down to hold it in place.
So what some people do is
this whole truck is getting just completely tore up, basically.
It's worth it, though. So what people do is they mount the servo winch on the back side behind the transmission and run a piece of brake line all the way up to the front so it stays static, and they run their servo line through that brake line. So then it comes out the fair lead of your bumper.
Yeah.
And that's how you get around all that stuff.
Yeah. Or you just don't run a servo.
A winch, yeah. Honestly, I never use it.
You have to here.
Nah.
The only reason I put it in.
Nah.
Yeah,
You
you have
just
to at ours.
you just give it more skinny pedal. That's what I do.
Yeah, just if you saw how much they winched everything.
Oh. Yeah, Largent 13 is saying, or is that T13 saying side mount the winch to the frame? Yep. Depending on where your battery location is, you could do that in the behind the tranny or in front of the tranny, but it depends on if you relocate your battery up a little higher.
We'll definitely see what they're saying though about these lining up with this to screw down.
Don't you love it when parts do that, where you're like, aha, like there's another use for this. I like it. Good engineering.
I just wonder if it said that somewhere on the website or
That I could
you
not
just are
tell you.
supposed to know.
Probably just supposed to know. I've got a servo I'm going to need to rebuild here pretty soon, too. I just remembered that. Which will be a first. Have you ever rebuilt a Reef servo?
No.
Me either. It's about to happen, though. Take it easy, Nick. Well, I'm sure we'll run into each other over at Die Hard sometime. Maybe this weekend. I don't know. I've got a lot of work stuff going on this weekend. We'll see. Oh, Rock Pirates has how-to videos on there, Largent says.
I started watching them on YouTube, but I didn't see. I didn't see one for this on this truck. I saw how to do the arms and all that. I didn't see it for mount the bed onto the. the come on. Onto the XL.
Have you been doing any monster trucking?
Nope.
No monster
I have
trucks.
not been doing much RCing. I've been doing all editing for people. And Tiny. What I do. Alright, I need to get scissors and drill.
Do it.
I'm out.
Do it. Peace out. Boom. So, this is the contraption I'm working on. IARC scaler, low CG body or chassis. This one's a steel one, which is nice, but I am going to go. I have it's called 3D Strap, and they're on Instagram. They are out of Italy, and I'm going to be using one of their carbon fiber frames. I got it right before Christmas, and I haven't had it. I started working on it. For those that follow the Instagram, have seen I had a Ferrari body that I was working on, and it just wasn't right. I didn't like it, so I decided to punt and to try something else. It was so heavy too. It was such a dense body that I was like, this is not going to be good. So I punted on it and was waiting for the right build. So now I'm going to do this little carbon fiber chassis and put a sand scorcher body on it and make it a short wheelbase crawler that I can backpack with. And hopefully it won't be too heavy. I'm going to go lightweight. we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I might see if the people over at Spec RC can cut some super light wheels. I was looking at Boom Racing has carbon fiber wheels. Their crate line, I think what it's called, for 1.9. So I was thinking about doing that too. But the jury's out. I'm not sure how to do it. I'm not sure if it'd be good to have a light chassis and heavier wheels too. And that way things stay a little bit planted. We'll see. Oh, no, you haven't gone yet this summer? You're missing out, Nick. It was awesome. Their dirt track, I don't know. I don't remember if it was last summer that I was there a bit more or not, but their dirt track is way awesome this year. They've been doing 8 scales out there, and it's been, oh, man, they've had some really cool stuff. Hey, there you are. Welcome back.
I'm back.
Welcome. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna do it. You're doing it. I'm gonna do it. Let's see if I can turn down my mic a little bit if it's not so loud.
You grilling?
Is that loud?
No.
Really?
No.
Nice. These screws are so long. There's no way I was going to do it by hand. What wheelbase am I aiming for? Like 12 and under. It's going to be a tiny little guy. I'm not sure. Whoa. I'm not sure what where I'm going to be with it, but I know I want to be 12 and under. Just because I'm going to do a tiny body. This little sand scorcher. Ooh, go gadget arms. This little guy.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So I think what I am thinking is that even though this wheelbase is really short, I'm probably going to be okay with the front wheels hanging out a little bit, just because of what it is. You know what I mean? It's just supposed to be like a monster beetle, basically.
Yeah.
So the wheelbase on this is 10 inches, just shy of 10 inches. So 12 inches. Let's see if I can put a tape to it so you can see. 12 inches is really short for this.
And that one's 10.
Yeah.
So you're
So
gonna have to cheat both front and rear.
yeah. So if I did front sticking out, it'd be proud 1.5 inches. So I'm gonna go one way or another. I'm gonna cheat both. Probably cut the fenders. So what I want to do with this also is I didn't want to cut the fender flares, but I'm going to trim them because I really want to get this bug super low CG, like super, super low. And that way I can go and do some comp stuff. I was thinking about doing a class 1 build with it, but I'm like, nah, that'd be too much of a pain to try to get the wheels underneath the fenders. So I'm just gonna do it live. Do it live. Uh-oh. There's the bit.
Ruh-roh.
There's the bit.
All right, I'm gonna set that servo to the side. Same with this one.
12-inch base will be perfect. 1-inch front, rear, better approach and departure angle. Oh yeah, and this I'll show you the low CG carbon chassis that I got. It's steep, man. It's like, check this out, Tony. Look how deep this chassis is. I'm gonna go widescreen. Hold on.
Yep.
There it is. Look how deep that
Whoa.
chassis is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to cut the
Who
back
makes
off.
that?
It's a company called 3D Strap. It's in Italy. They're 3D. Is it 3D Strap? 3D Wrap Strap, I think is what it's called. I have stickers somewhere in here. I'll try to share it in a little bit, but it's a nice chassis. It's just I was trying to force something on it. And what's really cool too is it comes with a servo mount that's out the front this way. So the servo hangs down, so it's still chassis mounted, but it's not parallel. It's perpendicular.
Then you
So
just
that'll be pretty cool. It's all tucked up tight against it, and then that's got a good servo or a battery mount right here. So I'm going to run that, and then try to get the shocks laying back as much as possible, and just drop it. I just want it to be super dropped. So
did it
that's
come
the
with
plan.
links and everything, or did you have to supply them?
No, I had to make them, or those ones I didn't make, but yeah, no, it didn't come with links. It came with everything else but links. So I was all right with it. It was cool. So now they're going to get a good look at it. And I've got to figure out what my wheel and tire package is going to be on it. I've got some cool wheels to do it with, but I don't know. We'll see. There's a wheel that I really like that Spec makes that looks like an old Steely wheel, but it's beautiful. So I might get a wheel like that. Did you see the picture that they posted earlier today of the blue wheels?
Yes.
Oh, dude. Those blue wheels were hot. They looked so awesome.
I think everything that they make is pretty hot. So
Dude, yeah.
he's got that going.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Kind of a bummer to be in his shoes with just always making awesome parts.
Yeah, always dropping the hotness. You're like, come on now. Well, and he sells out so fast. Bulgaria said he's in a motel. Time to clock out. Racking out, as they say. Some of the new Boom Racing Pro builds with classic look are nice looking. Yeah, they have one that looks like a torque thrust wheel. And I'm like, yes, sir, that one. That one, please. But I can't do my my Spec RC family that way. They are top notch. Top notch. Boom. Bug. You haven't built any element kits, huh? You just got the RTR.
Yeah. But we're tearing this one down.
Yeah.
I've had the whole transmission apart because I put in the overdrive.
Oh, you did? Was that before I
Yeah.
came on?
No. I did it in the past.
Oh, okay.
I tore
Nice.
most of this truck down.
That's the one thing about building the kit from Element is that it always throws you a wrench because you never know. I never know. I'm sure people that actually follow the directions closer know, but I can't. I always seem to reverse the transmission on me, and I have to rebuild it. Drives me crazy. But
cheating it into a 4-link using the brace that they had.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna use that for my fourth link here. But I'm out of nuts. I had to use so many for the that rear bed. And then when you take out the parts, because they screw into their own plastic pieces.
Right.
So then I'm screwed over when I come to. I've had to put nuts and everything.
Ah, nuts.
On nuts.
As the kids say.
Do they actually still say that?
You know what's funny? My kids used to say it. And I was like, where'd you get that? I'm like, nuts aren't even allowed in your classroom. How would you know that?
Right. That's why it's a bad word.
Uh,
Peanut allergies.
boom.
Not to be spoken of in this classroom.
I know.
Don't have a nut for this.
Jeep Cherokee is saying you should get some back when you put the servo mount in the back. Do you, though? I don't think you do. Because nothing in the servo mount's nutted on.
No, and you actually lose it because you have these braces here up front. Actually, it's just one. Actually, I can remove this.
Ooh. I got something
No,
coming.
there's actually screws for these uprights, the shock uprights, that will also need nuts because they screw into the servo mount. So I'm going to lose more nuts that I don't have because I'll have to then take this shock upright and put a nut on the back of the screw. So
you're like, I immediately regret this decision.
I really do. I think I'm just going to say screw it. I'm leaving that there for now.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. It's not going to take that much work to get it out because you won't be happy with the servo on axle if you don't do it.
It's going to hit it.
It's going to hit it.
You know what?
100%.
You are a Debbie Downer. And
I'm just saying, Tony.
Yeah,
just saying.
I don't like what you're saying.
Well,
I have
tough.
issue.
TS, as I say. TS. Is this right?
Tough Snooky.
Yep. 100%.
Hey, Dirk.
Hey, everybody.
16 hours today on overtake. Holy cow.
Oof.
New rig. What kind of new rig?
You ordered an RC Amigos t-shirt the other day? That's awesome. Thank you. I don't know if I was even alerted that someone bought a shirt. It's so infrequent.
Do they actually alert you? I've never gotten an alert.
I thought they did.
I think you're mistaken.
Thanks, man. Thanks for getting. Which one did you get? Which one did you get?
Hopefully not the CCXRC version of
the. I was going to set that up. I didn't get a chance to last night. It was on my other computer, and I was like, ah. And the stickers. Oh, that's right. You ordered that on the last one. The classic logo shirt. Nice. Very nice. Thanks, man. Yes. I'll still have to send you out one of those, the new style sticker sheets. Those ones are very nice.
How loud is this?
Pretty loud.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well,
why don't you
keep doing it?
Why don't you do it closer to the mic? Makes for some great radio, great TV.
Can't even see me doing it. That's the best part. You don't even get the visual. What is that grating sound I'm hearing?
I know. It's like I got a root canal coming. Just trying to save a buck.
I did it. It's enough.
Nice.
Call it good.
Nice.
There. All we needed.
I was getting some pretty horrific sounds out of my diffs at the last crawl I went to. It was
which diffs?
The ring and pinion. on the
On what truck?
Element on
Oh,
my.
okay.
Well, because okay, so I took my U4 race truck to a crawling event. It's not really meant to crawl, but it's fun to crawl. That's the one that I did today with the camera on board video.
Yeah, that's cool.
That one is, it can crawl, but it's not really meant to. It's more meant to just go fast and tear it up. And yeah, so I was like, well, why not? Let's give it a whirl. And then of course I got trigger happy, and I'm like, let's make some dust here. So, okay, so the only thing that's bad about this setup is that to get the links here,
Yeah.
they have a screw that's countersunk behind the chassis rail.
Uh-huh.
So that means I have to take the chassis rail off to change my links, which is a lot of work.
About that?
I am complaining about that because it's a lot of work. Now, if there was one more hole where I could access that bolt, I probably wouldn't complain. But that's not the case.
Well, when you release your perfect chassis, you can stop. I'll let you start complaining about other chassis. How's that?
My chassis is perfect, Tony. That's why I don't want it out in the world yet, because it's perfect. I don't want people to be like, wow, why didn't we think of this? Is this a new mouse trap? Is that what this is? Just saying. Got Shark
Man, the
Tank
crawler
calling.
course looked so easy tonight, and it was not easy.
Really?
Yeah. Well, some of it was not too bad, but there was some definite hard spots that got several of us.
Nice. You ever do one of those pink hat or pink helmet deals?
Where are you going with this?
Come on, Tony. Where's your mind at? Where's your mind at?
My mom said it's a fireman.
Yeah, it's
When you rub his helmet, he spits in your eye. That's Cartman. South Park. Oh gosh, it's one of the funniest lines ever.
Psycho Garage is saying buzz. Psycho Garage is saying buzz, buzz, buzz. Sorry, I was feeling left out.
Oh, that's hitting. You're right. It's hitting.
Hey,
that's not gonna work. So
I'm
what
here
were you
for
saying?
you,
Sorry,
Tony.
I kept interrupting you.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm used to it, Tony. Used to it. After every show, I go and I cry into my pillow. I'm like, Tony keeps on interrupting me.
You're one of those My Pillow guys.
Yeah. I hold it against my chest, crisscrossed arms. I am a My Pillow guy. Not gonna lie, it's pretty awesome. It's making me want to get the
slippers.
The slippers.
The slides. Are you gonna get My Pillow slides?
I might. I might. Just saying. They look pretty amazing.
Pain. I probably should not have put the servo on yet. Should have just put the mounts on for the servo. No, that's not what I did.
You're like, let's go all in.
Let's go. In, baby. Go for it. Regretting that decision. So, I was going to say earlier, when I asked if there was a video or something, I went and watched like a bunch of videos theirs, and I watched Exo Cage on how to do these. Well, she took the axles off. That was way more work they needed to do.
To do what?
To put these braces on, these trusses.
Oh, he had one too?
He has the trusses for his Ecto.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's the one that got me sold on wanting an Ecto.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to take them off. Like I'm doing it fully together. And I was like, man, that's a pain in the butt to take everything down to put these in.
Yeah.
But you really don't need to. You just take needle like pliers or whatever.
Oh
Line
yeah.
up your spacer in here.
Yeah. I don't take the
Start
axle
threading the
off.
screw through, and then put the nut on the back, and you're good.
You know what I do? I start with the kit with my truss on before. That way I don't have to take it all apart.
Well, I don't have a kit.
That's what I do.
You have a kit?
Yep. I do have a kit. I chose a color. Okay. You don't paint many bodies, do you?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I paint some. I do paint some.
So I've been told, and I've heard, that the
This is a great
Rust-Oleum
start to a story. Anytime it says I've been told, I start like pretending to listen.
the Rust-Oleum X2 works on Lexan. Okay.
Yeah.
I've not
You've been
tried
told
it.
this.
I have not tried it. But I know the Fusion Krylon works great on 3D printed bodies.
Okay.
And they have a Fusion X5, which is clear. It's Krylon, not Rust-Oleum, which is clearly better than X2, right? To the power of 3. So why wouldn't that work well on a Lexan body?
Yep. I use Tamiya paint for polycarbonates.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
I spend
how
a
it
lot
should.
of money on paint.
I know. That's how it should be. And I'm like, ooh, but I could spend $7 and buy a huge can of paint and paint like 8 bodies with it.
Well, I don't usually paint 8 bodies. And by the time I go to, the paint's dried up. Or like the nozzle's all jammed.
Yeah.
Or, there's you can feel there's a ton in it. But
Mhm.
it doesn't have any pressure. Like you push the button and there's no just
Yeah.
nothingness. No, you
No
should give it a
spit.
try. Tell us how it works.
No
Report
spit.
back. No spit in your eye.
Well, okay. So yes,
You do it?
I haven't done it yet, but I think I'm going to do it on my Night Runner body.
What's the
I
worst
mean,
that can happen?
that I spend all
It's
this
a
time
crawler.
scaling out a body and it just peels off and looks
That's
like
pretty
doo
bad if
doo?
that happens. That
Yeah,
would be the worst case scenario.
it would be. I do have a Lexan bed
Yeah,
that
why don't you try it on just a piece, like a cutoff?
yeah, but
Get
that's
a body
never a
you have
good
to cut
result.
off.
That's never a good result. That's like, yay, you sprayed it on something flat. That
Well, then
like,
just try and scrape it against like a screw and see what happens.
yeah,
That's all you got to do is find out if it sticks or not.
right.
You're not trying to see how good you can paint it. It's just
I'm
is it
trying
going
to
to
see how
scratch
good I
off?
can paint it.
Well, not the trash piece. That'd be ridiculous.
Sometimes, yeah.
Did everybody go and watch Pablo's latest YouTube video? It was really good.
You're just saying that. It was actually really terrible, but you're just trying to get people to go to see my YouTube video. Thank you. Hey,
Hey,
it was
the best part was the Yaz flute.
Hey,
lots of Yaz flute.
it was like
on
1 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, "Hey, let's try this epidemic sound thing." And I was like, "Hey, that works out pretty nice. This is nice and soothing."
Well, you quote Anchorman so much, all I could think of was Yaz flute.
Aqua lung. RC4L says his best yet. Wow. Thank you. I think. No, just kidding. It's best yet. No, I'm pleased with it. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'm pleased with it. It was something different. I don't ever talk into the camera. And I was like, I got to talk into the camera. Tony says I got to talk in the camera. Tony says I got to make eyes at the camera while I... And if Tony does
Talk about French fries.
It's got to be good.
Boom.
Yep. French fries, no ketchup. I like the introduction in the car. Oh, well, thanks.
Did you like that his son got gypped of French fries? Because that's all I could think about.
It was not French fries.
He should have at least gotten ranch.
I know, right? Oh, and not only that, but the hot dog was just, it was not good. It was not good.
Where did you?
Dairy Queen.
Oh, yeah. That's usually not good in general.
Their food is delicious. You know what to get. So he got this.
I'm going to eat with you anymore.
He got this hot dog, and
delicious.
It was like a boiled hot dog, so it was all salty water. It was, yeah, that's what I said. It was that
delicious food.
Yeah, it was not.
Sounds
I was like
par for the course. Yes, me.
So the one I'm working on right now is from Die Hard, the video, and I think that was before. That must have been before, but I think I did a different talk to the camera kind of thing. It worked a little bit better. Thanks for the kudos on the footage. Get some of the contacts that Tony wears. I'm going to talk into the camera. I know, right? Sounds far from delicious, Cardboard Caller says. It was far from delicious. It's not good. Not good.
Sounds like normal Dairy Queen food to me.
Have you ever had their flamethrower burger?
No, I don't make a point of eating that.
It gets you coming in and going out, man. It is delicious.
That's what I look for in a burger. For somebody that questions Five Guys and whether or not it's good, but likes Dairy Queen burgers,
I had a bad experience.
We got a lot of work to do, Pablo.
I had a bad experience.
A lot of work to do on you.
And included children vomiting on my table. Bad experience. I was scarred from life. Can't do it.
Bro. What's funny about this scenario right here is I have shock pliers. I don't know where.
Okay. Let's talk about this because this is something that bothers me. Something that I do that bothers me.
You lose stuff?
No. Shock plier, like using shock pliers to build rod ends, right? I don't know.
Need to hold the bar.
I don't know why I care so much. Like they're gonna get all scratched up.
Him? Oh, I don't worry about rod ends. Yeah, this is steering. Like it'll get jacked up. That's why I didn't care too much.
Right.
But it is a quick and easy way to hold them.
It is. What do you mean? The shock pliers?
Oh yeah. It puts a good bite on them.
Dude,
I feel like they slip less.
I just use a pair of vice grips, tiny vice grips, clamp down on them. Let's go. All day. Yeah, I don't.
All day.
All day. Matter of fact, I might do it right now. If I can find my vice grips. Fun. Yep, I'm going to show you how the tasty bite is. What DQ is good for only blizzards, which had nothing to do with Five Guys food. I don't know what Black Market is saying. Blizzards? Nothing to do with, I don't know.
He's saying the only thing that's worth going to Dairy Queen for is their Blizzard. You should not be eating there. Your stomach and your whole body will thank you.
Perhaps. There they are. Dude, it is so hot in here. Okay. I got to move the fan. I looked over and I saw my fan was not pointing at me. That's
Make
changing.
sure it's blowing right on your microphone.
It's going to. Hold on.
Okay.
Right on it.
Make sure we get all of that goodness.
Yes.
All right.
Tony,
Here we go.
you put the fan under the desk and you feel it on the
Oh,
plums.
you have
Feel it on the plums, Tony.
Vent.
Yep.
Vented. This is gonna be ready, I think, for Gauntlet. Just in time for me to not drive it there, because I'm gonna be too busy.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Golly, everything is all over the place tonight.
Bam.
I need longer arms
I need
to cut that body.
nuts. I need nuts.
Oh, too easy. How's that crawler course treating you? Your home course?
It is super wet right now. We already started the expansion.
Phase 2?
Phase 2 is well underway.
Yeah.
Yep.
What did you learn? Oh, hold on. Oh, come on. What did you learn? Worked and didn't work in your crawler course? Because I know there's a big learning curve for me when I did mine.
Well, I needed more flat areas was the main thing. And so that was easy. I just added more dirt.
Yeah.
Stretched it out a bit. Luckily, I had access to a lot more clay.
How do you feel about your vertical gains? Are you just doing primarily minis in this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So vertical gains aren't too bad then.
Nope.
That's the problem with the 10 scale stuff, is that the vertical gains are tough.
We've got some tricky ones, but I tried to make it not too bad.
Okay, the chat. I get it. I see now. I see where this circled around. It jumped around a little bit. The vomiting at Five Guys experience was not from the food at Five Guys because it's delicious. And Dairy Queen is for blizzards. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I'm not gonna lie. My Five Guys burger that I had last time was delicious.
Best burger you ever had. I know.
No, but it
Pretty
was
good.
it was pretty good.
Pretty awesome. Best ever.
No.
Trump status best ever.
Oh.
Or whatever he says. What did he say? It was none better. The best.
The best. That's awesome. Where are my calipers?
I wonder if he's bragging about his own stuff.
My digital calipers. Here they are. Boom.
Man, I found one more nut and I lost it. Dropped it. Can't find it. Come on.
That's unfortunate.
Here's one more.
129.
I'm just trying to get at least these links back on. I gotta find all my screw kits. Lord knows I have enough of them. That's most of my RC stuff. I have more than I need. I can never find what I need when I need it. So back to what I never finished trying to say earlier was I was watching all the videos
Of
on this stuff
uh-huh.
and realizing like, if everyone doesn't understand how I can't find stuff or, it's so obvious. There's so many of them that I have to work on that I just lose track and
Yep.
I can't just keep up with everything
Yep.
because somebody will send me something and if it doesn't come with directions, I got to search for how to do it.
Yep.
Just a time suck. I'm not complaining that it's a time suck. That's how I don't. I spent, an hour looking at videos last night to even start the build of this. Trying to find info to make sure that I didn't do it wrong. More than anything, I hate when I do it wrong.
That's the worst. Taking it apart twice.
Yep.
You're like, come on, man. That takes the wind right out of your sails.
Yeah. And I don't even like sailing in the first place.
Are you going to try to comp with this or run it before
I'm not gonna have time.
Gauntlet?
Bulgaria. And, yeah. Got
Bulgaria.
Other things pressing.
Is Bulgaria a hot zone right now, or what's going on out there?
No, it's pretty well removed from the fighting. It's 2 countries south,
Right.
so it's not bad. We're going to do some work, like a short documentary for a group that works there with, like Roma children, the Roma people,
Tomatoes?
families.
Oh.
No.
Just kidding. No offense.
But
No offense.
yeah, so just going to do something that for some people that work with them.
That's cool.
We're going there for about a week.
Nice. Nice.
Do some filming.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I'm
Still
still bummed
work.
about Italy being canceled, but I'm kind of glad that I'm not there right now. Or
Yeah.
actually on a 12-hour flight right now.
Right.
Technically is where I'd be. Oh yeah, those work really good. Got the links in there now. So I
There
don't
you
feel
go.
like it really hurt the suspension that much. Still gonna flex. Something was hitting for a second there. Oh, this trailing arm can hit this. But I bet it could have hit the stock one too, based on just how close they are. And in most scenarios, I don't think it's going to happen in real world application. However, the servo on the front is definitely going to hit, so I'm going to need to relocate this brace to the back so that I can then screw this down, as people were saying. But I did bring scissors.
Hope Bitch and Bodies isn't watching. He's like,
that's good because it means that I'm still going to be running his body.
I know, but he's going to be like, I spent 10 hours just on the. Ooh, you know what you can do? When
parts of it
you
and put it on here.
No, when you rip off your, you can try to put the bedsides on the bog hog. Eventually, there'll be extras.
If I can get that clean of a cut. Now I'm giving myself extra, I think. Could be wrong. I was, in theory, trying to give myself extra room to work with here.
I feel like saying watch your fingers, but I kind of want to see what
Try to say it.
happens.
This is how not to cut a Lexan body with CCXRC. Always curved scissors, never straight. I hate the straight scissors. I never use them.
Oh my goodness. Scaring me, man.
Well,
Let's see it. Let's see it.
I need to cut more.
Let's see it. Oh, come on.
It needs more work. You can't rush art.
Did you did you ever watch that show Nip Tuck?
Nope.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Is that where you get that your beautiful look from?
Yeah. Not G10 says that was some assertive scissoring.
I was using my G24 skills on it.
Yeah. You're like, oh, too much. Ooh.
There's definitely going to need to be some back work done.
Okay, so here's what you do.
Or I've got to slam it, which I might like that idea.
Yeah, so here's what I was going to say. What you could do also is just put a piece of styrene on the front side of the bed that comes up and hooks the back window. I don't know if there's clearance for that, but you see what I'm saying? Like just a little bit of a lip on the back window so it doesn't go forward.
What I was thinking is with these screw holes here, mounting styrene on the back.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
Just screw it into here,
right?
And then go up and under this lip that I have there.
That's kind of what I was talking about.
So it'll just sit on it like that. That wouldn't be too treacherous.
Looks like you're in Hurt Locker right now with his earphones.
That wouldn't be too hard to do.
No. I like it. I want to see it with the tires on it. Do it.
We can do.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Just what do I have to do left? It's just
do
a
it.
slipper piece. The tires
do
can
it.
go on.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I could just put a. Actually, I could just put like that. Do that in the back bed. Holds the body up. All good. Paint it black.
Looks yeah, that's
like
sweet. Toolbox.
A brace. Yeah. Roll cage look.
Yeah. Sweet.
You know what my favorite thing about these tires is?
What's your favorite thing about those tires?
They're not directional.
Yeah. Do your tires say be a badass every day or whatever? Could you see it? I know the 22s have that. Or enjoy being a badass. Something like that.
Air pressure.
It's like a little tiny. It's tiny writing.
No.
Really?
All right. Enjoy being a badass, yeah.
I love that.
How did you look that close to even see that?
Mine were 2.2, so they were a little bit more.
A little bigger.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah, that's really tiny on here.
I wonder if the little tires say it. Ooh, I'm not going to be able to see that if they do. Dude, I'm getting old. We walked to my kids' soccer game and our soccer practice, and there's a field that probably has, seriously 20 soccer fields on it, and we're walking up, and I'm like, okay, he's on field 17, and I'm looking around, and I could not see the numbers past like 2 fields away from me. I'm like, I can't see it. So I had to like keep on walking. I was like, this is going to suck. I'm going to walk so far and realize I have to go the other way just because I can't see anything. Terrible. Old sucks.
I still have pretty good vision, but I am noticing that things are. I mean, I can see things pretty clearly far away.
Do you
I'm
have
noticing that a little bit where I'm like, man, I normally could have read that, and I can't. I'm like really
Yeah.
far away, but it's not bad.
mine is up close. I'm having a hard time up close because of all.
What you need to do is work on the 24 skills more. It helps with
Yeah.
keeping your eyes nimble.
I think I'm a lost cause because
Spry.
of all the welding that I've done. My eyes are toast. Like after a long day of welding, I'm like, I'm blind. I'll come home and my eyes are done. Totally toast.
Trail tool bonus. Remember, broken bones suck, but chick sticks scars. Ours was bones heal and chick sticks dig scars.
Oh, I'm excited to
Well, I
see
didn't even say
this.
that they sucked. Bones heal, chick stick scars.
How do those compare in size to your other tires that you had on there?
They're similar.
Are they the same width or are they just a little bit thicker?
They look narrower,
No
or
way.
maybe the same. These landmines are pretty thick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those landmines are square.
They're a little bit less, but they're the same
Same
around.
diameter. Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna put this on.
You're like, stay. Oh, don't do it. Ah, Tony.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Can you lower the front at all? Or no, I guess that's right on there. Yep.
It's, well, I want to lower the front. I would love it to sit really low, but the way that they've got it set up, I'd have to
Yeah.
do different.
Off the shock mounts, yeah.
I'd have to change it because it's
You can't there's no adjustability for it to drop down anymore. Oh, you're already dropped down. Yep.
dropped. And other than that, I'd be riding right on these. I might be able to get one more. I don't know.
I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. Ooh, did you hear that?
Trying.
Did you hear your tires squeal?
For sure, yeah.
Woo! Your tires are like, oh, don't push me.
That was all she wrote.
They're saying the rig looks good, Tony. Looks good.
Now I'm going to do the yellow body.
Pablo, you're just going to cut both bodies? You're like, well,
no,
why not?
No.
Oh.
Not really. No, it looks good. I like the chopped bed on it.
I feel like you need to put some brown on that bed.
Rust?
Yeah. Maybe not. Or maybe cut a piece of the RC 4-wheel drive diamond plate, put it on there for something on the bed, like on the bottom of the bed or something, just to break it up.
I could have left some of this bed here to sit on it.
I wonder if that's what they did before. You should look at my build projects and see if that's what he did. You might have just screwed the pooch, Tony.
I think the black though will work.
I think it looks great. I mean, I do. I just it's a stark contrast to the body is all I was thinking.
The black bed, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's okay because you got super nice shiny wheels and all that anyway. So
Well,
I
once
think,
it gets on the trail and I run it, my stuff's also dusty and dirty.
yeah.
What I need to get is you can feel these move, these shock towers. They kind of flex, so they
Oh,
make a brace that goes between them that I need to get because that's quite a bit of movement.
interesting.
But yeah, I'm gonna screw in that Lexan piece. I have some up here, and then hope I can get a straight enough line on it. Just go up and over, and I'll probably build little braces that go inside it, just so it won't want to collapse. Just do a couple triangle pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I tape
Gussets.
on the inside, gussets. Yep.
That's what they call them in the biz.
Then it should be good. Other
I like
than
those. I like those
moving that
ecto
part.
bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sold. I feel like I'm a little out to lunch. I feel like the shock placement needs to rock forward more.
Yeah. Which you
Is there
can't do
not
if you use this piece.
really?
But yeah, if you get rid of this, you could.
Well, where was the stock shock placement?
It
Wasn't
was about
that
right
more?
where it is. Yeah.
Oh, it
Pretty
was. I
straight
thought.
up and down.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was more forward leaning. Maybe I'm just. Maybe it's just a TV illusion.
But they make these pieces so they tuck underneath
Yeah.
that back part. But I could just run a full body. It's already so narrow in the back, and then just run the. Oops, forgot I unscrewed that. Just run the hoop, but get rid of this back piece. But I like the look of it, so I'd rather not.
Slam. You're like, I like the look of it. Throw it away.
Done. Stop talking myself out of getting rid of it.
Are you talking about getting rid of it? The ecto?
If you put Rock Pirate shock towers on the front, you can't lower the body post.
Yeah, I've seen people trim away the and put the shocks through the hood. I've seen that before.
Yeah, then I gotta find another way to mount it all though. Like that. Then I'd have to do the sliders that they have and let the body just sit on it, which I
Yeah.
could do, and that could be the answer.
Right.
They make sliders that would hold the body up.
Yep. That would be probably much easier than fabbing up a piece.
Yeah, but you'd still have that gap. But I guess I could just run a straight piece then, just to fill the gap.
Yep. Mind the gap.
Questions. I'm looking for the piece that goes on the bottom that I apparently took off. Probably used it for something. I think. Oh, there it is. Oh, then you can lower the body. If you use their shock towers, you can drop it. Which would remove the gap, but it wouldn't give me something to rest it on. But if I do the rails that they have, the rails already hit tight, but I guess I could cut the bottom up. to be whatever height I want it to in order to cover that gap up. Actually, what did I just do?
Have you heard of any conspiracies coming?
Well, somebody thought that Traxxas was going to have a mini coming of some size. Their guess was it wouldn't be a 24 scale, that they'd do their own thing.
Like a FMS or
Man,
something?
if I did drop that front end down, that does line up pretty good. Well, my guess would be that they wouldn't do it exactly because they'd want to be in their own market or in a market that, has smaller companies in it, and then also so that they could do traditional diffs that you don't get in these really tiny ones. But I don't know.
That's interesting.
Nathan Soden, this is part of the truck. The body panel is cut off from a wrecked truck. You can see at the top the cracks. That's why the A is all jacked up. It's from a wrecked truck body panel. And I have a grave digger one over there. You can see the wheel cut out.
Pretty sweet.
So yeah. Hey, I gotta be right back, Pablo.
Go. Go. Boom. Full screen. There we go. Working on everyone's favorite things to build. Links. Once I get these links figured out, actually, you know what? I might be a dummy. I might have started building links prematurely because I think the links that are already on here that I custom built are probably the length that I need them to be. What do you know about that? Let's see. The rear link, top link overall needs to be 122 millimeters. This looks pretty close. So, who's working on what? Let's do a project roll call. Who's working on what? 132. That is way too long. Or who's getting what? Because there's been some new stuff come out. We got the King Sling out. We got the new Traxxas Chevy out. What'd you guys think of how expensive the Chevy was? Yeah, I think with the 24 scale, I think it's hard not to do a 24 scale because of all the comp stuff happening. And it keeps on going down that route. MPRC drag car. I don't know what MPRC is. Is that a kit? Seems about on par with the other TRX4s. It does. I don't know about price, though. It seemed a little pricey, but I know it's pretty awesome. Building your links early, Pablo? Would that be premature articulation? Yes, it would be. Awesome. Oh, RC drag car. Yeah. So, okay. So I am thinking of it would be really cool to get that Traxxas deal with the two C10s. I really like that. Getting my race rigs ready for a race I might go to this weekend. 22.5 roller TLR 22 short course. That's cool. I wish we had more carpet short course out here. That'd be nice. Literally just stripped a brand new SEX 24 Gladiator down. Nothing to finish. Down to nothing. Finished 2 projects. Can't buy axles. Had to buy a whole truck. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, for Die Hard. Yeah, so you're going to be, okay, so you're going to be running out there in Die Hard. Cool. Oh, that's cool. A-Main has the front axles now. Oh, there you go. There you go. I got to get out there. Die Hard's got a big event coming this weekend. I wish I could make it, but I don't think I can. Got too much stuff involved with a lot at school, and then got some projects that for real work that I got to work on. We were trying to get away for a little break, but it's not happening. Everyone has fronts, he says. Uh-oh. Vice grips came apart. That's why I was having problems. Amazon. I guess Tony probably doesn't have full axles. He's got the axle housing, but I don't think he's got full on gears and stuff. I do have to buy another front axle though, because I'm gonna make my mini Lazarus 4-steer. Okay, so I don't know if y'all are seeing what's going down with 1/24th scale U4 RC, but you got to look it up. It's pretty cool. We've got a couple groups out here doing some real racing with them. It's hard because I feel like that doesn't really translate the action, but they sure do look like a lot of fun. I think if you could get like a more groomed course and do like a short course stuff with like minimum rock section, I think it'd be super rad. But oh man, they Northwest Scale RCs, I think it Brandon Ross. If you look up Brandon Ross, he's got a bunch of stuff posted about it. He's hosted a couple. Looks like a lot of fun. Ooh, the Maz designs. I like that stuff. I have seen it on Instagram. I haven't had my hands on any of the stuff, but I like his wheels. Little Guy Racing also has some really cool wheels that they came out with. Jealous about those. I need to get one set of 1-inch wheels for our 24s. I got to redo my kids' 24 scale. Building a SES 10-2. Low CG, just on hold right now, looking for the right chassis to go with my build. Well, what do I do with it? IERC has a really cool chassis. It's over there. That's the one I just took apart. I like that. It's a LCG chassis. They also just came out with, I don't know if it's sold out, but they came out with a carbon chassis for the same thing too. It's a solid kit. It's really nice. This 3D strap one, 3D wrap strap. I don't remember how it's said. I don't have my stuff. Otherwise, I'd look it up for you. Theirs is really nice. I'm a little worried about how aggressive the drop is on the belly. It is a very severe drop. So that's why I'm doing this bug build on it. I think I'm probably going to have to either cut the bug. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I think the bug is going to have to be modified slightly so that it sits low on it because of how low the belly is. So you can see the belly is super low on the bug and it hangs down at an angle, which is cool. But I think I might open up the hood and bring the shocks through the hood, just for added effect, I guess. But the only problem is the servo is like right here. And so I don't know, I can't get the pitman arm mount any further back. Otherwise, I would cut the chassis here. I'm going to cut the chassis in the back. I thought about doing, like a small scale V8 in the back, but I don't think so. On a JLU. I've
I
had
think you totally
2-speed.
should.
Had a G-Speed
Totally
V3 chassis. I was looking at the G-Speed actually just the other day. Didn't know if the cost of a G-Speed kit was worth it. It was like $175 or something like that for the kit. Whoa. Cutting more?
the sides in order for it to flush up. So I can measure where the black needs to be. That's why.
Ooh. Ice water's catching up with me. Yep.
Ice water? Oh.
Yep.
Make a run?
No. I just mean it's catching up with me. It's a little more vigorous towards the bottom of the cup of ice water.
Oh, that ice water. Got it. Iced tea.
Iced tea.
Good old cup of iced tea.
Oh, Cardboard Crawler's saying yes on how the shocks would look coming out of the hood of that bug. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty sweet. Get nice and low. I'm not sure what color I'm going to paint that. Originally, I was going to paint it. So here's the problem.
Things are falling.
Yeah, here's the problem. I've got 2 sets of wheels that are like super unique to whatever build they go on. So I've got, oh, there it is. I've got this set, which are all green, and they look sick. This is on my Grinch truck this last Christmas. And then I've got another set that are purple that I really like. But those are on my daughter's truck. And she doesn't drive a whole lot anymore. So I was like, but she really likes bugs. So I was like, yeah, I could put the purple ones on here. And then I got that Spats. Okay, so I don't know if anyone's got this experience. So I got the spastic color stuff, the color flopping paint. And I know if you paint that on the inside and you lay down your pearl down and then you back it with the black, it really makes a color flop. But I'm wondering if it'll go the other way. So if I was to paint this bug body black and then lay that pearl over the top, if it'll still flop back and forth. Because it's like a purple blue pearl that I got, which I think would be pretty sick. So I'm kind of going back and forth. Take it easy, Jeff. Thanks for hopping on.
Yes, Jeff.
Stay classy.
Too much.
Too much power.
So, builds. You're working on that one. What do you have after that?
3 more.
Ooh.
Getting into build season. So I've got my black market. I decided I'm going to finish that after showing it last week. So I'm going to finish that with that body, but I got to build a cage for that body. So black market, if you're watching, it's going to happen and it's going to be rad. Got to build a cage for that body though, because it's all it's all 3D printed. So
It'll break.
It's going to break. Yeah. So I'm going to build that. I've got a Night Runner build. And so that was the issue with that paint that I got. So that paint I got is like, it's called chili pepper. It's red, but it's like imagine like a matte crayon red finish. Like it's very matte color. So I got that for the Night Runner because that one's going to be Stranger Things themed.
Right.
and it's gonna be red, calling it code red. So I got that one, and then here's the kicker: I have to get my 2.2 solid axle tough truck competition truck built within the next 2 weeks
Why so soon?
because I've got to submit it for proposal to get into that event. So I might not even get into the event, and I'm going to build this truck.
What event is it?
Tough Truck Challenge or Top Truck Challenge, whatever it's called. So that one, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run the
Is that local to you?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to run the Frankenwagon body on AR60s and make it a 2.2 crawler. Put some big power behind it and have fun with it. So that one I'm going to run the Holmes Hobby. That one I'm going to put the 4100 kV in it. Probably run it 3S. Shred some ring and pinion gears. Whoa.
Loudness?
Just a little bit.
Here, how's this?
Are you wearing a lav mic? Is that why it's so loud?
No. My headphones are my mic.
Oh, interesting. Interesting, Tony.
I had to go lower tech today.
Lower tech.
Low tech. Because I wanted to be over here working at this bench and I don't have anything set up. Just my iPad with a Bluetooth headset.
So are you running your iPad camera?
Yeah.
Your front-facing camera?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah. Why?
That's a better camera than mine, I think. I wanted to run our new laptop and try that FaceTime camera on that, but I was like, I'm already late. I don't want to run into more technical difficulty setting it all up. So I was like,
yeah,
next
this is
time.
just straight on the iPad. Is it?
Nice.
It's a fairly newish iPad. Bought it last year.
Okay. Yeah, mine's like 3 years old. Mine's the second generation Pro, I think. Maybe third generation Pro.
Yeah, mine's not even a Pro. It's just an iPad. Just needed one that had data with it this time.
Oh.
So I had to up. I had a Pro, but they were too expensive with data.
You know, and I don't know why my parents gave me this as a present one year, but they gave me an iPad Pro, and I was like, I opened it and I was like, wait a minute, like, are you disowning me? Like, what?
We're moving away. This is so you can FaceTime us.
I know. I was like, what's going on here? Because it was like super uncharacteristic for how nice. I mean, my parents are super nice to me, but I mean, like, it was like a way bigger present than I've ever had for Christmas, right? And I'm like, thank you. But
is there something wrong?
I know. But the one thing that I wish I had done, instead of being all excited and playing with it right out of the box, I wish I would have taken it back and upgraded it. Because it's only got the 60.
Unhappy, ungrateful.
I know.
Son.
Well, it's only got the 64 gig. So I'm constantly
my wife
wiping
still,
it down.
like, we'd just been married and she got me the very first iPod that came out. Big deal, $500, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I took it back for the bigger one. Ungrateful.
People don't understand, man. People just don't understand.
I'm like, I have a lot of music. And back then, you could have just listened online. You had to carry it with you.
Yeah.
And I had a huge library of stuff.
Yep.
Dude, that did it.
Yay. Nice. Easy.
I didn't even have to make it L forward. I
Oh.
left enough of a lip. I could actually just back it with another piece just to make sure it doesn't slip off, but it's on there pretty good. If I just put a
Yeah.
little sheet of Velcro on the top of each one,
Yeah, put a
it'll lock down.
body pins on it, and you'll be good. I like it. That looks dope.
Cool.
Now you got to take out that servo plate.
Oh yeah, and I need the servo plate because this thing's rocking. This back piece.
I like it. I can't wait to see it drive.
Yeah, with these tires on it and everything, it's looking.
So I'm really
Looking
interested
so
to
good.
see how those tires do for crawler tires because I use them for my race trucks in U4, and they are money for that. But those, oh, dude, that looks sick. Yep.
Oh, you know what I should do? I need to take it out and cut out this part of the Lexan so the skull is not.
Or no,
paint it white.
put white tape on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just put a piece of masking tape on it.
yeah, that would be cool.
No one will ever know. They're gonna know. They're gonna know.
Not gonna know. They're gonna know.
Yep.
I'd actually brought over white, and I was gonna cut out a second strip to do that.
Just put masking tape.
Tape.
Yeah, masking
I'm gonna
tape.
do
Do green. Do you have green?
that's what I was thinking. I've got electrical tape.
That's not green.
Well, green electrical tape. I have all colors of electrical tape. Just not over here.
Is that the Harbor Freight version?
Dollar store where you get like a 6-pack for $1, and it's like so gooey, like that when you peel it off, it's like, ugh.
All the adhesive comes off when you peel it off. You're like, yeah. Sweet. That's awesome.
This turned out wicked, you guys.
Yeah, it did.
I am pumped. It's probably my coolest looking crawler I have now.
100%.
Even with the thimble on the top.
Yeah, what's that all about? That. Why do you have that up
Cheating.
there? You're not gonna be able to have it up. You're not gonna be able to have it up there anyway. Now it's gonna rip your body off.
Oh yeah, it's not useful now.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy one of those gumball lights, those scale gumball lights, and send it to you. That way you can just
put electrical tape underneath it.
Hey, there you go.
Then it'll fill in my hole that I made. Hey, an extra nut that I need.
Hey,
there's dual purpose.
Don't lose that.
We need that. Yeah, that is not usable now. That would just rip the body right off.
Yep. Dude, do you remember that picture I sent you of my Baja Ray body smashed? That was quite the tumble. Did I send you a picture of that?
No.
Oh
yeah, where it's crunched in on the top. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hard hit. I went flying and I was like, brutal. Oh. Yep. You ever thinking about getting a sledge? I didn't think I would, but or like it, but it's pretty much my favorite RC now. He's already got it. Sledge.
That's cool. I'm not thinking about it. I have too many that are very similar. If I didn't have the Creightons and all that, I would think about it. But it's one more in that kind of same genre.
Ooh. Okay, I got an ethical question for you. You ready?
Ethics.
Okay. So Baja or the Hammer Ray came out. Right?
Yep.
And the Hammer Ray 22. The Hammer Ray was bigger than anything in the 2.2 IFS class for U4RC.
Yes.
But instantly everyone's like, well, you know what? It holds its own. It's not like running away with it. Let's let them in. Right? So then I started doing my research. And
How to make it win?
no.
Oh,
How I started looking at the UDR, and I was like, wait a minute. The UDR is like an inch shorter wheelbase than the Hammer Ray. But it's 3/4 of an inch wider than the Hammer Ray, and which puts it at 0.5 inches out of spec for width. Right?
yeah.
But they're already stretching the rules to get the Hammer Ray in the class. So why couldn't I say, well, mine's shorter, but it's just a little bit wider. It's not 3 inches longer. Like the Hammer Ray is like 17 inches long or 17 and a half or something like that. And spec
Yeah,
is
but that
at
seems like a
15.
detriment to it, where width seems like it'd be better.
Well, I know,
Length doesn't seem like an
but
advantage
but
like
my
width is.
but my argument is that you stretch the rules to get this truck in here. If I'm taking
But
some
they're
out,
stretching them to a disadvantage. At the longer wheelbase is a disadvantage, I would say, in most scenarios.
but it's still out of spec, is what I'm saying. So if
Right.
it's out of spec, why can't I be out of spec and have something that's more performance based?
Because it's at an advantage versus they don't think the one is at an advantage.
But
So
it's
they
still
need to
breaking.
write the rules. They
But
need to
it's
change the spec and make sure that they point out why they change the spec
but it doesn't matter because
because it's not
it's
better.
still changed the spec though.
The spec was created at some point. It's up to the crew to decide who wants to agree to a spec
Right.
and then go with it.
So my thing is that they're really lax in the U4 thing. So I'm thinking if I show up with a UDR with
They're gonna throw a fit.
with two crawlers, like crawler tires on it, and just come and take the body off. It's got everything. The only thing that is out of spec at that point is that it runs 6S, but I could still run it on 4S. And I feel like that truck would just annihilate all the other cars on the short course section of the track. I don't know if it would be as good on. Well, here's the other thing, I guess. They're kind of lax because just the way it is on center diff. Technically, we're supposed to have the center diff locked. And I don't know if you can lock the UDR center diff. I don't see why they wouldn't have one that was a locker to throw at it. Right?
I don't know if they do or not. But you could lock it, just weld it.
I don't know anyone who could do that.
Weld those gears together, man.
JB, put some JB weld up in there.
Yeah.
Be like, let's send these teeth to the moon. Let's go.
That's what I need to do with that the Reef, but I just ordered the lockers for it.
Yeah.
I started reading that other people were having the issue, and it seems like the diffs don't last long. They're not shimmed right, so
yeah,
they wear a little bit, and then they start slipping really bad, which is what mine was doing. It wasn't bad; it still drives, but anytime that you have like any
stomp on it,
yeah, or you're trying to go hill climb, that's a real problem. That front, you want those front tires going, and one of them just isn't.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. But yeah,
I was really surprised. So I took the Baja Ray to the Die Hard course, and I was letting it rip, and I put a locker in the rear, center's open, front's open, and the plan was I was going to lock the center and the rear and leave the front open. But holy smokes, dude, I have the same tires you have, but the 2.2s, and that thing just hooks up.
Eats.
Oh my goodness. It's like the rear end just dumps down. I put better shocks on it. I put the GPM racing shocks on it, and they're all aluminum. They're aluminum cups, all that kind of stuff, and aluminum rod ends. and it is like that truck's a whole new animal now. Oh, remember how I was talking about how it was overheating? Like bad, and I couldn't get it. I was on the last tooth of the pinion, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I bought a cheap dual fan on it, and I plugged the fan in, and I was like, I don't know, man. I could barely feel. I guess I was being dumb. I put my hand over the fan, and I was like, it's not blowing, but it's really sucking on the side that you put your hand over. So I was
Yeah.
like, now that I think about it, but it didn't overheat, and it was like 90 degrees the day that we were out, and I was playing around with it. I mean, I didn't race it, but I was bashing it, and bashing gets hot. So
Yeah. Can. That's for
yeah,
sure.
so I was surprised about it. Happy now it's ready to
Happy
go.
accidents are the
Yeah,
best.
they are.
Speaking of changing out those gears, the diffs. This is my parts bag for this truck.
For the element.
Yep.
Nice.
I try to keep it all. I need to write on it the name of it. I don't know. I haven't done that.
They're
All right,
pretty.
man. You want to wrap it up here?
It's up to you.
Chat after.
I'm just yeah, sure. I'm just wrenching.
Okay.
So
Well, we're gonna cut it, guys. I made some progress.
I did too,
You
surprisingly.
did too.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. Got my
Jacob
links.
says really want the UDR. But I figure they're about to update it. Yeah, it seems like they should be close. As long as it's been around.
Yeah,
But they don't typically. It's Traxxas. They are smart in one way. If they do upgrade it, it'll be minimal. And the reason being is that they've got parts out. And part availability for them is huge. And they are able to keep part availability because they're not constantly changing how they're built. So I don't
well,
actually suspect that they'll change much except for maybe color scheme.
yeah, and it's like to me, I feel like that's one of those rigs that it's kind of. I mean, I'm not a
Timeless
Traxxas.
for one.
Yeah, I'm not a Traxxas like fanboy, but it's like the Slash. It's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like
Right.
everyone seems to love it. I don't hear anything about that truck being like unreliable or
And you do some about the slashes, but all of it has upgrade parts.
yeah,
It's still
totally.
really tough for out of the box.
Well, I'm
But,
talking about
all of
this.
them have small weak points over time.
Well, and I'm talking about like the two-wheel drive cheap Slash. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean?
That
Like
one's bulletproof.
bulletproof. And it's same with like the Arma stuff. Like the way I feel about like the Arma, like the granite and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That stuff seems oh, so speaking of not to change the subject again, but and to keep on kind of plugging along on this,
That's all
but
right.
the what do they call it? The boost? Is
Yeah.
that what they're
Cool
calling
idea.
that? Well, that's like right down my wheelhouse. And I was like, for as durable as I know that platform is, a two-wheel drive 550 can on my backyard track would be so
Perfect.
solid, dude. So
Yeah.
solid. And then being able to upgrade it to four-wheel drive on a 550 can, it would be such a fun car to have in the back. So I started
Yeah.
looking at that.
Well, they're upgradable to 3S even over time.
Oh yeah, and that's what I did with my original Granite because my original Granite was a 550 Mega or whatever they're called, and I changed the output shaft and the I don't remember what it was, something else, and then I was able to run it on 3S brushless after that. And man, yeah, they are awesome, very awesome. But that got me thinking about that whole kind of genre again because I redid. I didn't redo, but I kind of cleaned up the back part of my track and was getting ready for all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens. Shut it down, Tony.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
All right. Shut it down. Mine's spinning anyway.
Uh
I'm one of these computers, so.
oh.
All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in as always. I'm going to show you one more
Yes.
time my scale metal fab Spec RC, Rock Pirates RC, Element RC rig, Reef's RC as well. All of them
Boom.
have RC in the name.
And Boom. Boom has racing.
Boom Racing. Yeah.
Boom.
Boom Racing, and these are the Hustlers.
Hustler MTs, I think.
MTs. X. Is the X part of the name?
Probably. I don't know.
Okay, it's got an X after it.
They're sweet tires, though.
Yeah, they're really well.
What? Are you rubbing it?
I'm just moving it. It's squealing. The tires
Yeah.
are so creepy.
Yeah.
They're sticky, man.
You got those seal
Anyway,
tires.
thanks for tuning in, guys. Later.
Peace out. Hooker Island.